The forest that moves at night. In the eastern hills beyond Onitsha, where the red earth meets thick green wilderness, there was a forest the villagers called Udo N a B a L letter 1 ECB, the forest of the night. By day it was ordinary. Palm trees leaned lazily in the sun. Birds argued in the canopy. Hunters walked in and returned without trouble. The paths were clear, the landmarks familiar, a forked Iroko tree, a flat stone shaped like a sleeping goat, a stream that curved like a question mark. But at night, the forest moved, not loudly, not violently. It shifted the way a sleeping giant rolls from one side to another. The first person to notice was an old palm wine tapper named Oak. One evening he stayed too long collecting sap, and darkness swallowed the sky before he could leave. He followed the same path he had walked for 40 years. Yet the forked Iroko tree was gone. In its place stood 3 slim trees twisted together like braids. He frowned. "I am tired," he muttered. He kept walking. The stone shaped like a goat, gone. The stream, it now flowed in the opposite direction. That was when he heard it, a deep wooden groan, like tree trunks stretching, like roots tearing gently from soil. The forest was rearranging itself. By morning, Oak stumbled back into the village shaking. He swore the trees had stepped aside as he walked, closing again behind him like silent guards. No one believed him, until others stayed late. A group of young men tried to prove him wrong. They marked trees with chalk before sunset and tied red cloth around branches to track their way. At dawn, the cloths were gone. The chalk marks were on different trees entirely, and the path they had used to enter now led in circles. Soon the elders remembered an old story. Long ago, the forest had been planted by spirits, not the kind that haunt, but the kind that protect. The trees were not rooted in soil alone. They were rooted in memory. They guarded something ancient beneath the earth. Every night they shifted to protect it, not from villagers, from something else. One Harmattan evening, a stranger arrived in the village. He wore polished boots and carried metal tools. He spoke of logging contracts and development. He laughed at the forest stories. That night, against warnings, he entered the trees with a lantern and a machete. The villagers heard no screams, but they did hear something else. A deep rumbling, not thunder, not wind. The sound of thousands of roots dragging across soil. By morning, the stranger's lantern lay at the forest edge, unbroken. He was never seen again. And something else changed. The forest grew closer to the village. Not by much, but enough that the first row of trees now stood where farmland once began. The message was clear. We move when we must. Years passed. Children were taught a simple rule. Leave before sunset. Those who respected the forest found it calm and generous. Those who challenged it felt watched, not with anger but with ancient patience. Because the truth was this: the forest did not move to trap people. It moved to protect what slept beneath its roots. And whatever that was, had not yet awakened. Stay tuned.